This is Girls Night Out, the podcast.
Yeah, it's rolling.
I can hear.
Yeah,
I can hear me.
Penis.
I heard someone saying penis.
Jordan and Mayce are beside each other because they're lovers.
This is episode. Are we recording?
Yep.
Welcome to episode 76?
77.
77.
I think it's his birthday. Is his birthday? Shouldn't he start it?
It's true. Let's give him that.
Yeah, going for me.
Happy birthday, Izzy.
Thank you.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, 26 years ago, you came out of your mom's sweet vagina.
Yeah.
It's a sweet vagina, too.
Yeah, face first. It was awesome.
Face first. That's disgusting.
Is it usually feet first?
No, I think that's how you die. Like babies die.
Babies die. No, it's a breach.
No, I came out feet
right?
first. I'm sure of it.
You came out feet first?
Yeah.
I can't walk anymore.
And she can't. She literally can't.
I came out 1 foot and then my arms and then the rest of me. That's how I came out.
She walked around with him with his feet for a week, just balancing on the baby's feet.
He was
Just walked around.
He was walking for
just
her.
out of her zipper, or out of her pantsuit. She used to wear a lot of pantsuits.
Go.
Okay. Yeah.
What
episode
episode is
77. My name is Izzy Camiso. To the left of me is...
Patrick Coppolino to the left of me.
It's Gavin Stephens, and to the left of me.
Hey, did it.
Is
It's
Mayce
your
Galoni,
birthday.
and to the
Thank
left
you.
of me is...
Jordan Scherer, to the left of me is
Nick Tomkin, to the left of me is
Manolis Zontanos, and to the left of me is...
Brian, motherfucking Gorman, and to the left of me is Izzy, and so it's come full circle
It
like the
has.
snake eating its tail.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah.
We're very lucky to have Brian O'Gorman with us today.
Yes.
So thank you for
Special
being
guest.
with us.
Thank you, guys. This is the best prayer group I've ever been a part of. I need applause. Yeah, that's
We just keep doing that.
It does feel like a seance or like a cult.
like a lonely male support
Ladies
group
and
or
gentlemen,
something. Yeah. Feeling bad. Okay, can we give Manolis a round of applause for the shitty shirt he's wearing? It's okay. We're all with you, man. We're all with you.
And Gavin's got a new shirt. He's got one of his.
I got Blade.
He's got his new Blade.
I got a Blade shirt. Thank you.
Hey.
It really does deserve an applause, though. Apparently, he might do a fourth movie. They're
What?
talking about making a Blade 4, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Snipes, huh?
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes.
They
Did
don't
he
know if
actually
he
go
do
to
it.
jail?
Yeah, he went to jail for a bit, but then he's the best thing in the what's it called?
Jail?
No. Yeah, he's
they
the
call
best
it
thing
the
in jail.
yard.
Wesley Snipes is the best thing in jail. When
would
you go to
be.
jail, look for Wesley Snipes. It's the best thing you're going to see.
Get you anything.
Yeah. No, he was in the Expendables, and apparently that scene's like the best. I don't know why I'm hyping him up so much. I think he's doing okay.
And hyping the Expendables. That movie's
It's like every actor's in
Yeah.
it.
It's terrible.
Across the board.
horrible.
Every actor's gay?
No, every actor's in it. Like all the action guys are in it, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
all,
Yeah.
Everybody.
Like none. There's not one that's.
I was in it for a bit. I was in the Expendables.
You were Schwarzenegger?
I flew the helicopter.
Oh, nice.
I wasn't Schwarzenegger.
Just biting on a cigar that's like almost at the end, just flying the helicopter.
Did you see the second one when they're?
No, I didn't watch any of them.
I saw the first one.
The first one's not bad if you can just go, okay, it's dumb. And then the second one, they were just like, Bruce Willis is like, Arnold Schwarzenegger's like, I'll be back, and then Bruce Willis is like, no, I'll be back, and then he's got yippee-ki-yay, and it's fuck.
It kills me. They're gonna go back into this danger whatever area to fucking save this chick, to save a girl. That's it. I'm like,
If
I
Manolis-
won't drive to fucking Toronto for pussy.
If Manolis wrote most Hollywood movies, they'd end in like 2 seconds. Oh, a woman's captured. Well, why? Let's not bother. Forget it.
Let's not forget about Star, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
17
that's the
pages.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. That's a very feminist thing that he's doing because you don't believe in the idea of the trope of the woman, the damsel in distress.
No,
what you're
because-
saying is like the woman should be with me just in case I need to finger bang something.
Finger bang.
Finger bang.
I like Fanger.
I like finger bang. That's called a partial stroke.
Well, I don't know. If someone was willing to drive me to Toronto, I guess I'd go and fuck her.
Who's gonna willingly drive you to Toronto to let you
Mayce.
fuck someone and then drive you? Yeah, he would. I once drove. Ron Jocelyn and I once drove a guy who got crack, and we didn't know. We had no idea what he was doing. We just pulled. He's like, "Wait here," and he ran in, came out, and he had crack. And we're just driving. We were like you two at the time, like very innocent and You know, we like to eat and stuff.
Still have life inside of
I
you.
don't know why I had to throw that in there.
I go save this chick.
We like to eat.
I go save this chick with a fucking plane. I bring her back, and then to hear like, yeah, I think I want to see other people.
How did you get a pilot's license? First of all, there's like math involved with that shit,
I'm gonna get Mayce to fly the plane.
and then you're gonna go save her.
I'll save her. I'll be right back. And I'll just go in there and grab her. So, what do you want to do? Got topics?
Yeah, we got topics. What do you want to?
You want to jump right into the nail polish anti-date rape?
No, why don't we talk about hover bikes?
Hover bikes.
Brian had never bikes.
I don't know anything.
Check
I don't
this
know
the
anything.
shit out, ladies and gentlemen. There is a real push for actual hover bikes that you can ride.
So they
there's,
don't
like,
exist, but people.
No, they exist in like a drone form. So there's one that's like 4 feet long and has a little robot on it, and then they have large ones that they're testing. And there's videos of these guys riding these fucking things, and I swear to God, man, it's just like from Star Wars. They legit hover. Yeah, and like it's just you sort of tilt your weight.
That's
it's got like a thing
fucking
on it.
awesome.
It's nuts, and they work. And the drone one is like already flying around all over the place. It's nuts. It's like 4 propellers. 2 on the front, 2 on the back, and they're sort of like layered over top of each other too. You understand? So it's like, 4 propellers. But that's the other thing about it is like, it's cool, but there's 2 giant exposed, giant exposed rotary blades. Just like
That's not your problem. That's everybody else's problem. And you're just like whatever. Your
That's
head's off.
the-
There's no guard underneath it. It's like they're open on the bottom, like underneath.
Yeah. I mean it's like it's a big plastic propeller circle thing, but it's just it's wide open if you put your hand in there.
If they had a way to put you can hold your cigarettes in there and your alcohol, people in Hamilton would have it first. It would replace scooters.
So
Can you ride one
who
with a
runs off?
DUI?
What's that?
Can you ride one with a DUI?
I probably.
I'm inquiring.
That'd be the
myself.
shit to go pick up a girl in a fucking hover bike, man. You fucking show up and somebody's
Then
front
I'd go.
lawn with that shit.
With a hard on down
Me
the
and Manolis. Him straddling me.
So
That smile.
in the future, you have a DUI as well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he chose.
He knows it's going to happen again.
I don't
No one's
fight
going to catch
fate.
me up there.
Come get me now, coppers! And like, we have hover bikes too. Drunkie, what's wrong with you? Everybody's got hover
What's that
bikes.
movie where they like the precogs figure out what crime you commit before you commit it?
Yeah.
Minority Report. Yeah, you two would be fucked.
Yeah.
Two, you'd be fucked. They'd be breaking down your house, knocking on the door. All right, come on, Izzy. We know what you did. You're drinking and driving.
I don't know if you guys already told this story before, but why did you get the DUI?
Because I was driving drunk.
I guess
I blew through
fair
a
enough,
red-
is it?
I blew through a red light. Yeah, because I was texting. And
Worst part, he wasn't even in a car.
I was on my horse and buggy. No, I was already home too. I got home from the bar and I was in bed. And then my buddy called me, like nagging me to come pick him up. And I was drunk enough to be like, okay, I'll come get you.
Were you ghost riding the whip?
Oh yeah, that's that. How else do you do it?
I don't know. So have you guys ever seen those ghost ride videos?
Fuck.
What's that
It's
mean?
the people like they drive their car for a bit and then they get out and they dance around their car or sit on top of the thing as it rolls. It continues to roll.
Like it's straight driving down the highway
Yeah.
and they'll like get on top of the roof and
Yeah.
like, act like assholes. And there's a bunch of videos where
Yeah.
they just because cars are made so that they naturally careen right a little bit,
Yeah.
so that if you fall asleep you'll go into a ditch. So like the guys get off and like so many of these videos are just trucks, like guy dancing on the top of a truck and then it veering into a fucking telephone pole and them going flying. It's a really great vein of
Ride the
stuff
Whip.
on YouTube.
I want to
Yeah.
watch this.
Yeah, Lisa and I used to watch it like late at night, like on YouTube. Just watch tons of them because it's so funny.
Shouldn't you guys be making love?
No, why are we gonna make love? Those things, that's done. That's done,
Dude,
man.
I thought you got some of that pussy last week.
Well, I wouldn't call my wife some of that puss.
I did.
And then last week isn't really bragging. I thought you got some last week. Like I thought you got some last week.
It was your anniversary, right?
Yeah, but we make love more than just anniversaries. So it's not. Since? No, we haven't.
So once a year,
No.
twice.
He's been catching up on Daredevil.
Christmas is
No, we
coming.
watched
Christmas, Easter.
BoJack Horseman.
Great show.
And when you start watching shows and then you don't want to fuck. So you watch, have you guys seen BoJack Horseman?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fucking
Better than
awesome.
sex.
I guess not. I'm not going to convince you. Yes, it is. No, it's not.
You can't just hit pause?
You should be, at your age, you should be like, this is the beginning of, you know what? I'm more than a penis.
At your age, you shouldn't consider BoJack Horseman better than sex.
Touche.
A Netflix
Good
cartoon,
point.
or
It's
having
not better than sex, but it's, What? This is the second episode that my sex life has been on trial.
Which it should be.
It's like a decent hand job, that show.
It is like a decent, it's like a decent hand job without spit.
Without spit?
Without, it's a dry.
It's a dry handy.
You still take it. You still say thank you. Don't be a dick about it.
You're not telling your friends.
No.
You're grateful.
You're good. You're good. A foot job, hand job, without spit.
So when do they think hover bikes are going to be like available to the public?
The guy's saying they're testing them and it should be like 10 years or something, but I don't know, man. Like again, the blades being exposed the way they are, like
They'll figure it out though.
yeah, don't they put like a cage on the back of like a hovercraft anyway or something
Yeah.
like that? Like maybe something like that. But the way they're riding it right now, it's just a bunch of crazy Englishmen flying around some field. Like, it's so cool, man.
How fast do they go?
No, well, the drone I think was like 40 miles an hour or something like that. But the actual ones that the guys have been riding, like the humans, they just sort of float off the ground and they go very slowly, but they're moving. Like they go forward, they go backwards, they side to side.
That's
everything.
fucking awesome.
You know who's going to buy them is the same people that owns those e-bikes that are like in our way on the
Yeah.
road that can
They
only
won't
go
be
to
in your way.
60.
They're going to be in the air.
No, they'll still be there.
They just like your windshield.
Yeah,
like just
that's
these
the fuck.
bikes.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. No, my point in life is just to be in your way.
Yeah, they'll be at like chest height, blocking the sidewalk, and just pulling over in Tim Hortons, just always being in the way.
Yeah.
Asking for 35 cents.
Yeah, I get 35 cents, but they're this high now. Can I get money off you? So you don't see them. You just see hands coming down. Yeah, I get some change for some coffee.
Those accidents, like, I mean, you know, if everybody got into hover bikes, hover cars, like, just the accidents, just be debris falling from the sky.
I know,
and
just
shit. Wouldn't it?
It'll be giant explosions.
That'd be
too.
awesome.
It'd be like,
It's gonna be sweet.
that's gonna
The Russian videos will be the best still.
Oh,
be
yeah.
flying off into
Those-
Russian hover bike dashboard videos.
Was it you that showed me that plane that flew up? And
Yeah.
went down? Yeah, that was fucking creepy.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Was that a Russian dashboard video or something?
Yeah,
No.
it was a Russian guy was driving, and then this plane. I guess they.
It was in Afghanistan, I think. It was
Oh,
a
okay.
military plane, and it just took off. And, yeah, it is a dash cam video, though. You see it, and then I guess what happened was all the cargo fell to the back of the plane. So it went, like, straight up and then spun down. And it looked like just at the last second the pilot actually managed to, like, balance it out, but it slammed into the ground and exploded. It was...
It did level out flat
Yeah.
just to land.
And it blew up.
Oh,
though?
yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah, it was a huge
exploded.
explosion.
He died, huh?
But it barely
Yeah.
made it. Like, it just went up, straight up, started spinning, and then straight into the ground, exploded.
Oh, my God.
I watched it at the at an airport too while I was waiting for a plane. It was
There's
terrifying.
just some assholes like, yeah, it's tied. Yeah, the trucks are tied.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
It's totally what it is.
Yeah, it's totally
drunk,
what-
hungover, dude.
That's what scares me about like planes and stuff because there's got to be a guy working there like me that doesn't give a fuck. Like it's just I'm doing this so I can do more comedy and whatever. I got de-ice a plane. Fuck it. How do I cheat? There's got to be one person that's like I don't give a fuck about this job
Yeah.
because nobody's passionate about these fucking jobs. They're shit jobs.
Burgers and bullets.
Oh, burgers and bullets. Oh, the girl that got shot that shot the dude in the head.
What?
You guys didn't hear about this?
Yeah, that little
What
girl.
burgers and bullets, and what does that have to do with shooting somebody
In
in the head?
Vegas, they have this restaurant where you get burgers.
Yeah.
Right? And then you go. It's a shooting range. So you can go
You
and
dip your
shoot
fries in it.
automatic weapons. And this 8-year-old girl, they gave her an Uzi, and the trainer was showing him on single fire, and she was fine. And then they put on automatic, and she went They
Yeah,
stopped
the recoil.
Yeah, and she just shot the guy in the head.
What the fuck? Why would they give an 8-year-old an Uzi?
America.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Why did a
They
shooting
were
range?
filming
in
the whole thing.
Apparently,
too.
Yeah, because they
apparently
showed
she
on,
was
I saw it on
shooting.
the news.
Apparently, she was shooting one bullet at a time.
Yeah, first, and then he's like, "All right, now you make sure you're blah blah blah," and then they clipped it up here, and then and she could just see her drifting toward, and they
Like
just
as soon as she
stopped the
clicked it, because it was like it just hurt. You saw her hand go right to the left, like the whole gun just.
camera. It's just like she didn't expect it.
And the video cuts like right
Yeah.
there, but you can see it's like about. It looks like it just starts to shoot. Hit him in his torso.
I hit him in the head.
Guys,
Yeah, shot him in the head.
Don't kill people. Toddlers kill people. If you give a responsible toddler an Uzi, there is no reason that shouldn't be a safe experience.
Well, that's the guy did the interview on like CBC, and they were like, "Well, do you think it's right that a kid should have an automatic weapon?" He's like, "Well, you guys report about it all the time on the news. Like, look in Afghanistan, you got toddlers, young kids shooting guns. They're like, but we're not condoning that. You're not, you're not defending your position here. Child soldiers, that's your defense. When you're a restaurant, If it works in the Sudan." It works for us.
Those people without plumbing can do it. Why the fuck can't I?
Yeah, I got a restaurant in Vegas. Same thing.
That's fucking. That ISIS shit was nuts too. The beheading video. Did you guys?
Oh, that's fucked.
I try not to watch those things, but like when they're like sort of important to news and stuff, I'll watch it. It was weird. I talked about it yesterday on stage, but it's like the dude is English in the video. The guy that chops his head off. So he's like, like the guy who's getting killed sits there and he's like, I renounce America and all this kind of stuff. It's so creepy. And then the other guy's like, "This is for you, Obama, isn't it? Like, fuck you, brother." And whatever. And he's like,
oh, the guy chopping?
Guy chopping the head off is from straight. They've got 150 from England in ISIS, and they've got 300 Americans.
And they're all young dudes too, right?
Yeah, man. And they know who they are. That's the thing too. Is like the guy who did that video. I talked to this dude that hangs in Vapor Central, is like a special forces guy, and he's like, they knew who he was like the second that video came out. He's like, that guy's dead. But what's crazy about it too is just that these they don't show the actual beheading in the video. They show him like sort of slice his neck, and then it cuts away and it cuts back,
and he's holding it.
Yeah.
Why don't they show the process? I don't understand.
I don't
understand.
understand.
The news.
No, but it's like even the live leak video that they put out. It's weird too. It's all like done like an anonymous video. It's like highly. Like some serious production quality.
So you don't think it's like real? It might not
it's
be
real because I'm pretty sure they sent his head to somebody or some shit like that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, who's the guy
Brad
that
Pitt
they
found it open the box and started
head?
There's a journalist.
Yeah,
a journalist. So why did he cut his head off?
Send a message.
He just sent a message to Obama. Like this video is like him and ISIS.
Obama doesn't have Twitter.
Yeah, send a message via Twitter. Hey, Obama, can you stop? Can you stop with your drone strikes? Yeah. I have an app that shows drone strikes every time something happens. It
that's
gives
depressing.
me metadata.
Really?
Happens this weekend, especially long weekend. It'll happen like 4 or 5 times on Sunday. Just fucking all
That's
Middle East.
There's an extra day of vacation.
It's just because everyone's distracted, and it happens all the time, man.
Oh, I thought they're having a long weekend.
Yeah, because they have their Labor Day. They're on Labor Day right now.
That's how they celebrate Labor Day.
They do
Fireworks.
themselves.
Yeah. Fuck fireworks.
They don't have fireworks.
Let's bomb this shit.
Yeah, so and
that's dedication, man. To chop someone's head off.
And they do it with a fucking knife.
I'd say crazy.
I was expecting it to be like an axe or a sword, but it's like a fucking Rambo knife that he
and they
saws
just saw
his fucking
You
head.
gotta saw that shit?
Yeah.
Oh no,
it's
dude.
so fucked up.
The spine's gotta be like hard to get through. We'd think. Well, how about a guillotine? Why can't we just bring those back?
Those were pretty sweet.
I don't think we need it. Like I don't think it's like we need.
He doesn't have a problem with the beheading, just how
we're doing it.
Yeah, the process.
Guys, you're wasting way too much time.
Yeah,
we
it's like,
had a thing
there's got
for
to
years
be a
ago.
better way. You want to be like the magic bullet inventor for beheadings. That's right. The slap chop. There should be a slap chop.
Yeah, a slap
A
chop
ShamWow
guillotine.
for beheadings.
Do one pump.
Yeah.
It's so fucking nuts, though, because those dudes are so goddamn. They're like, oh, they're so barbaric, and then they'll fucking blow up their entire fucking families and shit like that. So I can understand why they're mad and stuff like that.
Right.
But it's also they're imposing Sharia law everywhere, which is like fucking getting your hands chopped off for stealing, like full burqas for chicks, and all this kind of stuff. It's not good, and they've taken all the American military stuff. So the military equipment that America left the Iraqi army when ISIS invaded just abandoned it and gave it to them. So now these fuckers have like
sorry, the American, all the military that the
right,
American,
the military gear that America left behind. They
America
gave
does
to
a
Iraq.
lot.
Well, this is what they think. Like I was talking again, some soldier, not the special forces, but another soldier that I know, and he thinks that it's kind of a conspiracy. He's like, these guys, they just left them there. They're supposed to leave 20,000 troops behind to help the Iraqi forces. The Iraqi forces said, we don't want you here. And they were like, okay, fine, we'll leave. Obama took them out. And then the second that happened, they all abandoned, and all the equipment is now in the hands of these fucking guys. So they got like Hummers and fucking tanks.
But that happened in Vietnam too, right?
Shit, yeah.
Like Vietnam, there's tons of fucking, and they display it like, go fuck yourself, America.
So what's
they display all their shit.
But what's
like,
the
we
point?
fucked you over.
So what's the point of leaving? What's his point?
They bail
Why
out.
leaving But why leave all the stuff? Because you're saying they're leaving it for a reason.
Well, they gave it initially to the Iraqi army, so it was like
That they're training.
Yeah, that the Americans put in place, right?
Right.
And then when ISIS, these crazy Muslim dudes, like the guys who cut the guy's head off, they started coming into Iraq. All the Iraqi army fled because they were just chopping all their fucking heads off and putting them on spikes and shit. I'm not saying that chopping their heads off because the other guy got his head chopped off. That's what they've been doing. They've been like decapitating people, putting their heads on fucking pikes and all this kind of shit. Like it's crazy shit.
Yeah, it's like barbarian, like just fucking crazy shit. Yeah, my parents went to Vietnam and they got like helicopters on display. They had their bases because America just cleared out of there.
Shit, yeah, man. You know, in Apocalypse Now,
Yeah.
all those helicopters, like the American military, if you're making a movie that's pro-military, they'll
Yeah.
like give you the equipment and be like, yeah, you can use this and whatever.
Really?
Things like Apocalypse Now, they had to go to like, get those helicopters from the Vietnamese and stuff like that and
Yeah.
use them and whatever because the military didn't want that movie
Yeah.
made. Yeah, like
Really?
Full Metal Jacket, they didn't want made. They didn't want like Platoon made. Any of that shit.
You can't fight a group of people who have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You can't win against them. You cannot win against them. That's the lesson that America doesn't learn. You can't win against people who don't give a fuck.
Do you think there's like a conversation though? Like you're saying, that guy, the English guy that cut that guy's head off, the journalist, they told him, "We're going to cut your head off."
Yeah, like he's sitting, like the video is him on his knees in a desert, and this Muslim guy is standing next to him. And first off, the journalist just renounces America. He's reading off a teleprompter very clearly, and he's just like, "I renounce my American citizenship." Oh yeah, he's okay. He was in captivity for 2 years, and they were trading him back and forth from different Islamic groups. So like Al Qaeda had him, and then they would trade him as a hostage to ISIS, and then they would trade him.
It's like hockey.
Yeah.
I heard that they were also like the reason he's so calm in the video is because they would put him through that every day, but then not actually kill him. So he never knew exactly when it was actually going to come.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he looks super calm in the video.
Oh, then
like
you're
he's
crazy.
Not freaking out. I'd be freaking out.
After a while, you're crazy. You just go crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just go crazy. You're nuts.
2 years of that shit, not knowing
Yeah.
what people are saying
Yeah.
around you, just fucking. Oh my God.
And little does he know how dead journalism is in the States anyway.
Yeah.
That's all publicists making fucking.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like
the idea that like, well, none of this was going to go to air anyway.
No
you know
one
what I
gave
mean?
a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck, and you're losing your life over it. Nobody. Everyone's like, I'd rather find out what I wouldn't believe on Facebook. Yeah, on BuzzFeed. Thank you.
Well, it was the Emmys this week.
It
So.
was the Emmys.
What do you-
More important.
Yeah. Some guys had it in a box or the Emmys. Who are you going to go with?
The idea of someone saying, "We're going to cut your head off," but maybe not today. Like just to have
That's
told
fun.
that, you're like, "Excuse me, what?"
And that panic kind of situation, because it's not done like, we're going to cut your head off. It's that rush. You wake up, you don't know. Oh, what do I know? What the fuck do I know?
Like
That's how I wake up every morning, dude. I forget what happened last night. I'm like, where
Now,
the
you
fuck
wake up regularly, but to you, it's panic.
Yeah.
To you, it's stress. You're, why am I in a shower? And you're just regular like everybody else.
Like because you always feel like no matter what situation, your instincts is try to talk yourself out of it. It's like.
Don't you
Maybe
just-
we could not cut my head off? Could we not?
No, don't please. You probably just accept that you're dead every day. Like the next day you're gonna die.
He's probably dead inside. After
Probably
like a
dead.
couple
Well, not
weeks.
in your way. Not in like I don't mean you, but I mean like
You
most
do
of the
mean me.
women
Get
in this
someone-
village.
To get someone from Hamilton, they're like, we're going to cut your hand off. Okay.
All right.
Huh?
You got 31st
Today?
first.
As long as you pay for the grave, that's fine with me. Don't put that on my family.
Just need to get a coffee first. Can I get a coffee?
Yeah. Can I get a
Can I
coffee?
get Tim Hortons? Can I get a double-double?
You should get a coffee. Hamilton's like the home of the most smokers and coffee drinkers that don't have the money to smoke or drink coffee.
Did you do research on this?
Yeah. It is. I
It
did a
doesn't sound
survey.
official at all.
I did it.
It
I-
sounds
I-
official for an
You go
8-year-old.
research that?
Yes. After I'd sit in line at Tim Hortons and I just asked them, "Oh, did you acquire this change yourself, or did you ask for 35 cents? And do you have cigarettes? And if not, would you like one?" And
Hence why you don't have a job.
yeah, exactly. Well, I'm doing this hard-hitting resurch, Gavin. You don't have time. For
You don't have time to get. It's your birthday. I shouldn't tease you so
I
much.
don't care. I'm used to it.
I had to drive this chick to this.
You didn't have to.
I accepted to drive this girl to like background work. I was doing Murdoch Mysteries of all thing, and she was like, she got, you know extra work, right? Yeah, and it's like she was like, I didn't even know who she was. I just like she called me because she also works with the same agency, so I had to pick her up, and she's just like fucking like
Homeless?
Like, yeah, she smelled homeless when she got in the car.
Ugh.
Yeah, and she pretty. I don't know. Anyways, like we're driving, and she's like, "Hey, is it cool? Is it cool if I smoke in your car?" I'm just like, nah. Like this is.
You should have let it.
And she was like, "Are you sure? Because I got reserves." I'm like,
How does that make it better? How does that make it better?
Well, because the smell is so pungent.
She didn't just
like a master BO.
You know, like when you have reserved cigarettes, it's like a $10 or 100 cigarettes
in a Ziploc bag.
She had a tin can of tobacco from the reserves. She didn't have. She
couldn't wait.
She didn't even have them rolled.
She didn't have time to wait. She's like, just give me the tobacco.
It was probably 25 cents for the tin.
It's probably fucking chewing tobacco or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I couldn't believe it.
Hypnotists love chewing tobacco.
I can't get enough of it.
I did coca like years ago, and it was a whole. It was. This one is. It's done by StatsCan. We did. We did. I was doing a coca, and I was staying in a hotel, and there was all. I don't know why there was hypnotists around me, but there was a group of hypnotists, and they worshiped one guy who was like the big hypnotist, and they were all chewing tobacco. They had their bottle of water.
That's gross.
And I'm like, why do you guys think this is a good idea? There's nothing. Cigarettes are like 1,000,000 times better than this. Like you're spitting, you look like fucking animals.
You look like camels.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get high off it or
No,
anything.
there's
It's
nothing.
Just
There's
like
no.
fucking-
And it kinda
looks
tastes like shit.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And you're spitting. You got to walk around with a bottle where you spit it in. It's like, why are you doing this?
It's so nasty.
It
Have
doesn't
you
make
tried it? It's so. If you swallow even like a fucking littlest bit of that shit, you're puking for like an hour.
The closest I've been was Big Chew. That's
Oh
it.
yeah.
Big League Chew.
That's it.
It's the same thing if you saw that.
Yeah, you're vomiting for an hour.
Yeah, it's a fact. I've heard it from Izzy.
StatsCan.
Oh, I did that study too. Don't worry. I got all the facts. All the paperwork for it.
See how we roll? We went from hoverboards to where are we?
Chewing tobacco.
Hypnotists chewing tobacco.
I always think when a girl smokes, I always think I have a better chance of having sex with her.
Why is that?
Because smokers are pokers.
Or-
Do you remember that expression?
No.
No, because if the
No,
girl's,
we went
Come
to
on, now,
school.
that's a thing.
We went to school, Izzy.
the girl's gonna play with cancer, I think she's willing to play with my cock.
It's that is the saddest thing you could possibly say.
Why is that not on a shirt, man?
That is so sad. Is that how you see yourself? You need a therapist.
It's a fact. It's not.
If a girl will play with cancer, my cock
She's-
has a chance.
Well, then when you say it like that, it sounds worse.
My cock, I could get it.
No, she's willing to dance with cancer. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I may get cancer. She's not gonna suck my cock.
I thought you were going to
Come
say
on.
oral fixation.
No.
If you're willing to smoke cigarettes, you're willing to smoke my cock. Is that what?
Something like that. Not just smoke it. I mean, just willing to.
Yeah, she's
like,
not gonna
she's
puff
gonna be
on it like
afraid
it's-
of making a baby. Maybe I might get pregnant when she's willing to play with death.
Sure, you make a good point. I don't know how. I might be the wine.
Pregnancy is
So you're mad she made you use
Worse
condoms?
than
Is
death.
that what you're saying?
What's that?
You're mad she made you use condoms? Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying.
No, if you're a smoker, I think that's true. You probably shouldn't use condoms. You know, you're playing with fire anyway. You might as well fucking.
I just think they're willing to.
yeah. Roll those fucking bones, man.
You should actually literally play with fire. If you're a smoker, you should be juggling fire
They're
and
willing
lighting
to
things
take
on
more
fire.
chances in life. They're already playing with fucking.
That's not fair.
I think,
Have you seen a lot of smokers? Go down by the bingo hall. Look at the smokers taking chances on life
Exactly.
with their oxygen mask
It's not going to
barely
be that
moving.
hard to convince those people to have sex.
Look at her smoking over there, 70 years old, a colostomy bag.
Exactly.
Bet she fucks like a mink.
just take the bag off.
She's
and
already
fuck the
taking risks, man. You know?
She's like, this is like jumping out of an airplane. I might get that throat thing. My parachute might not open. I'll be.
I'm just saying they're easier to convince. That's all I'm saying.
They're easier.
Yeah.
So we have the
Yes.
broadest strokes of opinions on
and
this.
self-esteem.
And
but
self-esteem.
Every time I
Yeah.
meet
Oh,
a
yeah.
girl who smokes Belmonts, I always fuck them.
Yeah, you've said this before.
Yeah, always. If I'm flirting with a girl, like I meet her at a bar and I realize she's smoking Belmonts.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean,
How bad are Belmonts?
they're good cigarettes?
Do they have a picture of their father on the package?
They all come with
So you can fuck Patrick. He's got Belmonts right now.
Well, I could fuck any guy, I think.
Well, let's put that to the test. Izzy, it's your birthday. Get in the bathroom.
Go
I
Izzy.
can fuck any guy.
I didn't make these rules. I'm just living them.
I didn't make these rules. I
I'm
just
just living them. Yeah. You think
Is it true though, Pat? Are you more sexually promiscuous? Why am I asking that question to
You
you?
didn't need to ask that.
Are you like easier? Is it? What is it about Belmonts? Are they a disgusting cigarette, or are they?
They're a
Oh,
good
it's a good
cigarette.
cigarette.
They're awesome cigarettes.
But then what is it? What is it?
I don't know.
What's his
Chicks-
based on his.
I
Have
think
you-
maybe there's something they put in it that turns you on.
Okay.
I've
Maybe
noticed
there's
that
a
chicks.
pheromone in it.
They put roofies in it.
I've just
I don't
noticed
know.
that
You
chicks
should
that
see a big
smoke
pill in your
Belmonts, they love to fuck.
Have you ever fucked a girl that smokes like Peter Jackson's or Players or something
Camels?
like that?
Disgusting bitches.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Those chicks do anal.
Camel.
Sevens.
I'm not saying the other girls don't like to fuck either.
You're just saying
Pall
Belmonts
Malls?
are a guarantee.
It seems like Belmont is a guarantee, guys.
We should contact
Yo.
them
Do
for
you
a
walk around with a
sponsorship
pack
for
of
the
Belmonts
podcast.
and offered women? Would you like a cigarette from my Belmonts?
No, but I sit across from the bar with like binoculars.
Yeah.
No, I use that. You know that thing the pirates use, the one.
Yeah, telescope.
I use a telescope, and I look around
But
the
yours,
bar.
but yours
Looking
is
for
a
girls to
kaleidoscope, and you're like,
Just
why
playing with
do
the
I have so
colors.
many different colors?
I use the one that you pull from the ceiling,
you walk around with it.
and I look around for any girl.
You go smoking Belmont.
Yeah, and then I just put it back up,
out of nowhere in a tree. You just have this tree where you pull it down.
and I'm like, "Can I buy you a drink?"
And also, if you ever find a girl who smokes cigars, she'll let you fist her ass on the first date.
That sounds like
Bob smokes cigars.
Exactly.
what are you trying to say? She likes to get fists in the asshole.
I have heard that.
It's in her yearbook,
Most likely to get fucked in the asshole.
most likely.
I'm picturing Tom Selleck in a dress right now, smoking a cigar. It's the stash.
Pretty close.
She's got a Ferrari. Tom Selleck in a dress.
It was a pretty man.
That's
I'm just
awesome.
trying to help you guys. That's all I'm doing here.
I don't think I need that kind of help.
All right. So have we done a top? Yeah, we've done a
Yeah,
topic.
we did a couple of topics.
Okay.
We're rolling good. Nail polish. Yeah, so there's this product these guys are trying to make in some university. Done my research. In a college or university where a woman can dip her finger into her drink and the nail polish will change to tell her if it's like if it's been roofied or not. So, but a lot of women online, and a lot of people online are like, well, that's like victim blaming, meaning what they're saying is like the rapist should change. There should be a product for the rapist, or the rapists are to
What
blame.
would that
Why do
product-
I have to change?
Well,
Yeah,
what
that
would that
product-
product be?
Chloroform.
I don't know. I guess
What do you mean, like, how would the reverse work? I don't
know.
get it.
I don't know. I'm on the side of, well, yeah, I understand what you're saying is like, yes, the problem is the rapist, but you do live in this world where there are rapists.
Yeah.
That's the world. That's the side.
It's like saying like a bulletproof vest is victim blaming or something like
Yeah,
that.
or
It's
even
like-
locking your
Exactly
doors.
the same thing.
Yeah,
But
it's
the-
like
I-
these
I'll-
guys are going to shoot at you and stuff like that. It's their fault. But if you don't wear the vest and you're in certain areas or whatever, you're going to get killed.
You're going to get killed. Exactly. I'll play the other side of it. I'll play the devil's advocate, and the idea. The frustration is, why do I have to keep changing for fucking?
So you don't get raped.
Yes, but it's like, yeah, I know, but the idea is also like at what point do we deal with the males that are raping or the rapist? That's where the
They're not
victim.
mutually exclusive, though. You can deal with both, but you might as well be safe. Why would you not be safe? That's stupid.
Dude,
I just don't want
I'm
anyone
on your
sticking
team with
fingers in my
this.
drinks.
I think this is,
I'd rather get raped.
I think this is great. So it's just you just put your
Yeah.
fingernail in.
And then changes
It's changed-
color.
It's a great idea.
It
Yeah,
is
I
a
don't
great
understand
idea.
why they would be against
I
that.
had this argument for like 20 minutes with my wife, and she's like, well, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, you don't understand what it's like. I'm like, yeah, to have to change because you're whatever. And I'm like, yeah, as in my race, there's fucking cops shooting people all the time. But you know how to deal with cops. Like, if you're a black kid, you know how to deal with fucking cops. You don't. You have to protect yourself.
Every cop I've ever dealt with in my life, I always feel like I'm calming them down.
You know, here's the thing, though, is what I realized the other night is Canadian cops are fucking so different than American cops.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fucking so my uncle, we were in New York and a cop pulled a gun on my uncle. I didn't realize when I was a kid. Well, he got pulled over, and he was like they're just fucking different. They're like more like what the fuck are you doing in my country? And, we used to own you. And who the fuck do you think you are? They're so different.
Well,
It's a different beast.
I mean, it's his fault for being black.
Thank you. I didn't want to say that part. I needed somebody else to say that.
I figured Manolis would do it, but
Yeah, but he was stunned. Still thinking about Belmont.
Say about that, about that, like finger polish though, or the nail polish is like you would think that all these anti-rape groups would be celebrating this shit. I mean, it's like literally it's preventative measures to stop people from getting raped.
Sorry.
You could always do the middle finger when you check, so when it comes back, you just go, boom!
Fuck you, it's blue, motherfucker.
That's going to be his movie.
his used to be cyan. Now I'm angry.
He's like, can I rip your finger?
Seriously, another issue. How hard is it going to be to fucking get laid now?
You need the birds and the bees to explain a little bit better.
You find a girl with no nail polish that's smoking Belmonts, and you fuck that
I
girl.
just have to go outside. This is Hamilton.
What's nail polish?
You don't even have to go outside. You can just yell from the window.
Get up here and sit on
Can we make nail polish that also like pregnancy test too?
I guess
Like
Yeah,
nail,
you have
like,
to stick your fingers in
finger her?
pee.
What's she going
well,
to pee
like
on
she
her
can
fingers?
just no, it would be her fingers, so you just finger your own vagina afterwards.
You have to pee on it.
No, you just fucking slide on the nail.
And then, so your nails are painted.
No, hers. You go. She can check herself. Like the next
And just,
day, do I need to buy
fingers
Plan
herself
B?
and go, oh. That's disgusting.
So is Manolis.
So you go like this. Oh, I better get Plan B because my fingers are.
I've always wanted to buy. Like,
I knew your father was a special one after I finger banged myself, and my nails turned blue, and we knew.
And I was stuck with him
That.
for life because of you.
And that was the day that you were conceived, Johnny. I was talking to your dad. He was like, "Do you think you're pregnant?" I said, "I don't know. Let's go to the store, buy that finger banging kit." And
Do they
lit
have
some
something for
candles.
fists? Do they have like a paint for your fists that I can just use that? I don't know. I don't feel right using just my fingers. You gotta shove up in there. Like, why? Hang on, let me just see if we need Plan B. Now we're good. Let's get out of here. All right, just leave the dumpster. Let's go.
I always thought it'd be funny. Like I always think it would be a great idea to just have like 3 or 4 of the Plan B at your house just in case. But that'd be weird to just. It's like, oh my God, we're gonna need Plan B. It's like, don't worry, I got some right here.
Like sitting up by your Jack Daniel bottles on the windowsill.
Oh, right next to the condoms that you didn't use, clearly.
See, that's the thing. Not like roofies is fucking Plan Bs you can slip in girls' drinks. That's the next fucking step, man. Just kill whatever's in there. that
Before
night.
you even start.
Just wipe the uterus
Get-
clean.
Just get
Fresh
that
start.
in there. I'm going to play devil's advocate with it. And like I said, they're saying the idea is like, why do I have to change for a rapist? But
If I was a woman, I would just have a chastity belt.
No, you wouldn't.
would
you
not
need
have the
fucking
willpower.
everything. You and Pat would be out and Izzy would be out all fucking night and
I would
day,
fuck
just
both of them if they were
fucking
girls, probably.
every man, every dude. You'd be like, oh,
Why?
look at that juicy bulge on that guy.
There used to
Three
be.
of you would be fucking everything.
If what?
If you guys were women.
Oh.
I don't know if I would fuck dudes, though. Dicks are disgusting. I don't even like looking at my own.
No,
saying
but
if
you're
you were a
So
woman.
you'd be a lesbian?
Probably.
Okay. So Izzy's
I
a
wear
lesbian.
enough flannel. I'll be fine.
Okay, Izzy's the same as Izzy.
I'll have the same beard.
There was another like anti-rape thing where like you stuck it like in your vagina and it had like spikes in it or something.
Yeah,
It
that
would
was in
grab-
Africa.
Yeah, it would
Like
grab
when
on
you
your
pulled
dick.
out,
Yeah,
it would like
Jesus.
rip your dick off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy. But
Yeah.
then you have to get him to the point where he's inside of you
I
to
know.
let
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
happen. It's sort of fucked up.
Yeah.
But I do get what he's saying, like the girls especially saying, like, yeah, why do we have to change for that?
Yeah.
But it's not changing so much as it's adapting to the nature of the world.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's like if you live in a bad neighborhood, you adapt to that bad neighborhood. Like you said, when you're like black kids, when they talk to cops, they adapt to how the cops are going
How
to
they-
react. It's not that. Like, there's always going to be people trying to rape. It's not like we don't have laws against rape. It's not like we don't have punishments for rape.
And
you
it's
know?
not like rapists don't know that it's a bad thing.
Right.
Rapists are scumbags. That's the
Yeah.
end of it. And it's not like you're going to change a scumbag by saying, "Hey, look at this commercial," or "This is wrong." I know it's wrong, but see, my thing is, I'm just as a dude, I don't know if I'm in touch enough to go, am I being insensitive?
That's the thing is with these subjects. Is
Right.
You never know. Like,
I don't know.
I think I'm using fucking logic.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm using a male logic, which is, like, a hard
Male
to deal with.
logic,
But
yeah.
women don't use logic, so that's a fucking... They use emotion when
It's
we
emotion.
use logic.
But it's absolutely... Because my wife, we got to that part where I'm like, the argument just stopped and she's just frustrated because she couldn't say anything. Because it's like you can't defend the
Because you're
point.
right and you're logical.
Right.
Here's the thing is, like, I'm not saying, especially in this situation, okay, like, I'm making fun of it, but, like, obviously rape's a serious deal and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it's not like women in anything, any kind of decision, will use emotion over logic, where a man will be crazy, but he'll still be logical.
Yeah.
You have a ring I want, I'll kill you and I'll take it. That's crazy, but it's logical.
Yeah.
It's an A to B kind of situation.
Yeah.
A woman will get up and go, I fucking hate you. Like, for why? I don't know. That's just how I feel right now.
Yep.
Like, there's no reason. There's no fucking rhyme for it whatsoever. And I think a lot of these things, like when they come up with this anti-rape stuff, they use emotion a lot, and they're just like, well, why should I have to change for the world? And it puts the onus on men. Like all men are these pieces of shit. And it's like, nah, these guys are rapists. There's always been rapists. You need to protect yourself. Even if this was fucking 1500 AD,
Yeah.
you'd need to fucking protect
You
yourself.
would know. It's also the idea of I don't need you to solve my problems. I need you to listen to them.
Yeah.
It's like I don't like.
Oh, it's such a fucking girl thing.
It's like there's. I remember walking when I first moved here. We used to do shows at Lazy Flamingo, and there was this girl that used to come down all the time, watch the shows, and she would walk up the mountain, like up the hill, in the woods, late at night, going home. I'm like, are you fucking mind? Are you out of your fucking mind? Yeah. What am I blaming the victim on that? Like, that's stupid to walk in the woods by yourself late at night.
I don't like walking home that late at night in Hamilton.
Yeah,
It's-
Right? And if someone was to rape you, Izzy, right? Like someone rapes you, it's not your fault that you got raped.
No.
It's not your fault. It's the rapist's fault. But the
having
chances are
such poor
greatly
taste?
increased. The chances are greatly increased if you're walking through the fucking forest in the middle of the night,
Exactly.
Listening
shitting
to your
out of fucking
iPod.
face.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like these guys are like you can't listen to your iPod when you're walking around late at night in Hamilton because you got to be aware.
guy tried
That's a
to-
dude talking to me.
Yeah.
One time I was picking up Patrick, and some dude like tried to steal his, what is your? I guess your iPod or your iPhone, but you were
I
listening.
don't know
to
what he was going to do.
But you had your headphones in.
He wanted some of
Yeah.
your sweet puss.
Yeah, test if you're pregnant still.
You better put your fingers in
walking
that
down the
pussy.
street, and some guy turned you around and tried to like grab something.
Yeah,
off
I
you?
didn't even hear him coming because I was listening to music, and then he just like grabbed my shoulder and turned me around, and then he grabbed my headphones, and then I hit him in the face and ran.
But in martial arts, they teach you like you got to be aware of everything
Yeah.
around you all
Well, it
the
was
time.
like it was one of those
Oh, I
shocks
know.
too because
I
it
have
was
a black
at
belt.
night, and like when you don't hear their footsteps or something, it just came out of nowhere.
Of course not. And they look for that. That happened to Dave Martin in
Yeah.
London. He was walking in Soho.
I
and
wouldn't
he
trust
had,
that shit, man.
No, man.
Soho.
He was
I
like
know.
wearing those big like noise canceling shits. You know,
Yeah,
on his
that's
head.
idiotic.
And he basically said he was walking, and then he woke up with a broken leg. That's what happened.
That's
Somebody-
idiotic, man.
Yeah.
In fucking England, especially England.
What,
Soho.
Did he woke up where with a broken leg?
He woke
on the
up
street?
on the street. Like so, I guess what happened was he got hit in the head with a bat or something like that. But they just fully hit him and knocked him out, and then he fell sideways and his leg broke, and he fucking woke up on a cobblestone thing with like, and they stole everything he had.
And he had like head contusion, like
He had a lot of,
contusions is
mostly
the
he had a
word.
broken leg, but he got hit in the head really hard. He got knocked out, and they stole all his shit. And that was just based on the fact, he was wearing big fuck off noise canceling headphones, wandering around a dangerous neighborhood.
Well, it's like Manolis' bag in the back seat of the car. You want people to be attracted to your fucking car. Keep something in the back seat when you're parked.
Well, these assholes, like I drive everywhere, and these assholes will try to leave something in just the back seat of my seat, like just the bag. There's nothing in it. It's like, oh, I just want to leave it there. Like, you just don't leave a fucking bag in the back seat.
Yep.
But here's something interesting because we're talking about this like, okay, say we're like kind of victim blaming Dave Martin.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, well, Dave
You're right.
shouldn't have worn
You're right.
those fucking noise canceling headphones. But if Dave was a chick and that happened to him, we'd all be like, well, you know,
Yeah, but, like-
rape culture.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's the logic of it. Is like
Yeah.
you got to defend yourself in that situation. Like you just like I would if any one of these guys did, I'd be like, "What are you doing, man?
Yeah.
It's fucking."
Yeah,
Well,
but you say it to a woman in that situation, it's like it's insensitive. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be insensitive with you. I'm just trying to tell you what's the easiest way to survive in this fucking situation. You know what I mean?
exactly.
First thing I said to him, well, why would you can't do that? You can't walk down the street with your earphones.
I do it every night. That's
I
just
never do
because
it.
Victim blaming. Victim blaming. You're a victim
Yeah,
blamer.
you
So
are victim blaming.
I just don't want to have to stop and talk to.
right? These victims.
I just want to have to stop and talk to people that try to ask for change. But I'm always like looking.
How do you do it? Show us how you
This.
look Whoa.
Like that.
You're like one of those Chinese cat clocks. Is your hand up like this?
Yeah, no. I was walking to Yucks a couple weeks ago.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I did.
You were walking to your mom's with an erection.
No, and then I had my headphones on, and I could sense someone behind me because I could see like the shadow, and they're like creepily close. Like, you know when someone's like in your personal space? It was fucking Devin. So like I was just like, look ahead, like straight ahead. Don't.
Still creepy.
And then I like got a glimpse.
Even
like,
if you know it's Devin,
fuck.
it's still creepy.
Well, he was apparently behind me for like.
Who's
Good.
Devin?
Devin's a comic in Hamilton. Very funny dude. And
He's the guy that taped your set.
Devin
By my
Bateson?
dead guy.
and he so he's Devin. Devin's creepy though.
Yeah, but he was doing it to be funny, and then I was like uncomfortable. I'm like, there's somebody behind me. Like I'm holding onto my my wallet, my phone.
Yeah, but you get scared pretty easily too.
Oh yeah, dude! I literally just got startled by a cop car that drove by.
The
Jordan.
siren went by. He was like,
And Dan scared you the other
Yeah,
day?
Dan scared me yesterday. I'm glad you guys didn't notice it. Only Jordan and Mayce saw it, but then
What happened?
just now, like a cop drove by and I fucking.
Someone brought a dog to Kaylee house, and he was like, you know the umbrellas. He was standing on the base of the umbrella, like terrified. He's like, I just don't like dogs, and I just walked away and
huge.
left him.
It was a big dog.
You were slowly sinking down lower. He was a sweet dog.
Yeah.
He was a nice dog.
The dog that was at Justin's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
It's
a
harmless.
what was he? He was a Portuguese something or other.
Yeah.
They call it Portuguese Mastiff or something.
I got scared by your cat
Yes,
on the podcast.
like 3 times.
Yeah.
Pussy always scares you.
The cat's
Yeah, he just walks down the stairs. We used to do it in the basement of my house. And he just walked downstairs, and he's like, oh my god!
Well, I see something like come down to my peripheral. I'm like, what the fuck was that? I'm very jumpy.
Why are you so
cat.
like that?
It was. I don't know.
A sweet tabby cat.
Is
That
it
wants
Uncle
love.
Joe?
What?
Uncle Joe?
No, it's
I
not
know
Uncle
why you're
Joe.
jumpy.
Why?
I'll give you 2 guesses: Co or Kane.
I was jumping before that.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, because my brother and my
I think you
cousins
were
used
cocaine before that too.
I'm gonna have to cut that part out.
I'm so cocaine right now.
Izzy loves cocaine. Izzy loves cocaine. Izzy loves cocaine.
Why do you always have to
loves
fucking do that shit?
cocaine.
Like when I had that job at Bell, which I don't work there anymore, so I don't care.
Did you do cocaine at the job? Oh, this is terrible.
I was walking down the street.
It's his birthday.
It's your
Oh,
birthday.
fuck. Yeah, whatever.
Sorry, Izzy.
It's his birthday.
Nobody. am
It's
worried.
his birthday. Let's get it started.
I don't know. Did you get fired from that job?
No, I quit.
The irony.
Did you like? Were you like? What's that movie? When he walks out with the fish. Who's coming with me? Did you do that? What's it? Jerry Maguire. No. Jerry Maguire.
And no one leaves?
Yeah,
No, I just stopped.
I'll go with you.
I decided to stop going because me and Pat were out drinking
No
the
fat
night
chicks.
before, and they kept transferring me to different. I was there for a week, and they transferred me to 3 different locations. And me and Pat were getting drunk the night before. I was like, I gotta be there at 10, and they're gonna transfer me. Fuck it.
Pat, why are you going?
He was trying to convince me to keep it. He's like,
Why
dude,
you-
just go. I'm like,
Are you
fuck 'em.
convinced to keep it?
I don't remember.
You are getting older. I've noticed things about you. You're becoming an adult. There's certain things about you, which is weird because you have
How
a kid.
dare you say that
I know,
about him?
but there's certain things. You convinced him to keep it. You tried to.
I remember sitting at McDonald's telling him not to go, but I
No,
think
that
I said
was-
if you
that
don't
was the
want
day
to.
after.
I said if you don't want to.
You don't want
Don't
to.
worry about
The
it.
night before
Have
when we
you
were
said
drinking,
that?
he was trying to convince me. He's like, you'll be fine. You'll make it in time. I'm like, God,
Well,
don't want
Pat's
to.
a cat, right? Like Pat will fall from the ceiling and then land on his feet.
Yeah.
So you go, oh, I could be a loser just like him. I'll land on my feet.
No, I'll land on my face.
Yeah, he'll land right. All of us will.
Yeah, usually.
We don't
yeah.
have to work as hard as him. He's fine. It's like,
Yeah, but fuck that job, so Falcon
yeah, it's only Bell. He'll be fine.
They still haven't paid me.
You work at HCH.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You got a job. Look at their faces.
Look at these two. and they're both sober.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a job right here. Yep,
Hey, so do I get residuals? Like, what's this page?
You're doing 2 jobs in one day. You got HCH, and you come here and do the podcast.
Yeah.
What
I
the
got
fuck
paid
is
in
wrong with you?
alcohol
Why are you
today.
complaining?
He
man?
actually spends money every time he goes there. He has to
It's
take
true.
the bus.
Like, yeah, it cost me $10. Well, $5 to get here, and then $5 to get back.
Did you, Nick? You had the website up and everything.
You should probably talking to the mic.
Oh.
You guys should be
okay.
sharing.
Do we have any? Do we have any other?
Would you rather be smart and unhappy or dumb and happy? That was a question, right?
Yeah, that was a question from. Sorry, I'm just gonna find him.
Hang on. Can we?
From Patrick,
who lives on Twitter.
Lives on Twitter?
He doesn't live on Twitter.
Before we get to
Good,
Patrick,
you're quick.
I want to tell you a story about someone trying to mug me.
Ooh.
Yeah. It was like, it's not a story. It's like, it's not like fucking.
It's not like a fable.
I'm actually going to try and mug you. It's not a story.
No, but I was like, I was walking downtown Hamilton, like going home. It was late at night, and I felt this guy walking, like he was across the street, but he was walking the same pace as me. But I could just, you know how you can feel like
some shit's going down.
I could feel like he was trying to intimidate me, wanted me. It was like because there was like no cars on the road. It's like 3 a.m. He kept.
Was it Devin?
No, it wasn't Devin. He kept at my pace, and I could feel it. And I just stopped walking. I turned sideways, and I just stared at him. And I just stared straight at him, and he's like, and then he just went back the other way. Like he was. So I was like, I was right. He was like he was going to try to come across the street and see if I was like, don't hurt me, like trying to see if like I was gonna be scared. I'm like,
because you caught him in the moment.
And the only defense was to look at him. That was all
I looked at him. Well, I wanted him to like if he was gonna start walking towards me, then I was gonna go to him. I was like, all right,
You guys would have met like this, like Goku.
I would love to beat the shit out of someone right now. That's all I could think.
Probably telling the exact same story. Like some crazy Greek guy just turned around and stared at me.
He was walking. You know, you can feel someone looking at you. Like girls can feel that because I do that a lot. But
they have to put their fingernails in their drink.
I was walking and I could feel him looking at me.
Undressing me right now.
Then there was like 3 guys. And you remember? I forget that gig in. It was in Halifax. It's an open mic on a Sunday. The guy from. I forget the guy's name now. But it was like in a rough area of Halifax, apparently. But it was like 3 guys. There was
it's
like,
not as rough as this place.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
that's fine.
these
three crackheads. I was crossing the street. These 3 crackheads start walking right to me. I was like, they were like, I could tell they were gonna fucking jump me.
Yeah.
And I just stopped. I turned. And I'm like, all right, let's fucking.
I'm going down swinging.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. And as soon as they saw me, that I was like anticipating the fucking moment, they just fucking beelined it the other way. They changed. They went, no, we're not. No, we're just crossing the street. We're not
They
gonna
probably
jump.
like, oh, he's from Hamilton.
Oh, he's had nourishment in the last little while and might put up a fight.
I see. That's what my wife is like. This is the difference. Is like that we were walking the other night, and there, you see someone walking like a crackhead or something, and they're just you can see they're hovering, and they know you're there, and they're just waiting for something, and they're making these weird erratic pacing. So we walk, and you just keep a certain aura about you. We walk, and then I could feel her, like or as him. I could feel him kind of like start following us. I'm like, let's go over here, and she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, he's following us. No, you're being paranoid. I mean, no, you.
No.
She grew up in Hamilton, right?
Yeah, but
how does she not know this
she's
shit?
A woman too. You know what I mean? It's like you don't have to deal with it. Like, no, I don't mean like she doesn't have to deal with that shit. But nobody's trying to fight her all the time. Yeah. No one's looking for problems with a woman all the time.
I'm encouraging death. I'm fine with it.
Well, like, remember that time that big fight broke out in Hess and you pulled Pat and I away?
Yeah.
It was like that. We're like, ooh, a fire.
Yeah.
We're just punching. It was down Hess and then came back.
It was like 30 people fighting.
It was. I saw a guy at the beginning of the fight. He's like, fucking right. And he runs in and he comes back, he gets stomped on his head, and he's like, what happened? He's all beaten up. It was the best.
But they thought, these 2 idiots thought they could just stand
I've never seen
and
a fight
watch.
like that.
Like stand like right by, like you're watching a fight in a ring.
We're right there.
And
then Manolis just grabs the 2 of us. And
by their collars. I'm like, you can't watch a fight. Like, I say that now. It's like Hamilton's the only place where you can get in a fight by watching a fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. Like, if it's a fight, if you just stand and try, if you're close enough, then because that's what happened. It was 2.
It started with 1
people
person.
To
started 2 people
to
and
30.
then it became like 30 different fights.
Yeah.
It became 30 different fights all over. One guy, there was 3 guys like just mouthing off, and this guy that we know, I haven't seen him in a while, skater guy comes up and just cracks.
He
this guy in
started the whole
face,
thing.
like,
We won't
guy
say his
drops,
name, but
and then it went down the street and came back up.
yeah, the whole like it was like, and then people that saw it, it's like people were like, oh, the guy's like, fucking right, just ran in, and started, like
that guy.
They start punching people, like, the guy. What happened was these two guys wanted to fight these other two guys, and but the one, like, say you want to fight fucking Jordan here, and you're like, I'm like, no,
thank you.
Like,
Can you say me? Yeah, me too.
No, stop. And I'm like trying to stop you, and you're wasting 3/4 of your energy from trying to get by me, which is the stupidest thing. Should have just let them fight. So, me being the guy trying to stop you, this other guy that had nothing to do with it was videotaping it, right? And I look at him like, hey man, stop videotaping it. I try to knock his camera out. And then that guy's friend goes, what the fuck? You try to knock my friend's camera out? Walks up to me and goes, whap! One shot. I land on my ass. And then 30 people are fighting.
And there were two guys that weren't from Hamilton, just being big mouths. And then, like, I remember there was a woman in her car, older lady. She's like, get off his head! What? Like, fuck you, woman. Because they were stomping this guy in the head in front of her car.
And this guy,
she's like, leave him alone.
And this guy says, hey, man, I remember hearing him say, I just beat the shit out of 3 people. I'm going back in.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. And then he gets knocked down. I see him get knocked down. And then the guy that started the whole thing, the guy that tried to the guy that got hit the first time.
Yeah.
I see him. He's running down the hill and fucking kicks that guy's head like a fucking football.
Yeah. And then he comes back. He's like, "What fucking?"
And he was out. Like he blacked out for like 2 minutes, and he was crawling back up the hill, like back and forth, and his face full of blood,
Just
like fucking.
done.
It was like, and then, you know what I remember too? It was 2 days. It was 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
It was
the eve of Christmas Eve.
Yeah, he totally forgot where he was going for Christmas dinner.
He just came. What fucking happened? I was like, wow.
Don't punch me in the face. I have to see my grandmother this weekend.
23rd. It was like the 23rd of December.
It was a great night.
Why do you guys think that, like, I know, like, hey, Hamilton has issues and stuff. Like, why do you think Hamilton is, like, people fight so much? Like, I know it sounds, like, very, like, you know, broad or whatever, but
Have
it's,
you
like, the
been to Hess?
reputation, front to back, across, like, coast to coast, is that it's, like, a hard-ass place. But there's not, like, that much poverty here. Like, it's not, like, everybody's super
It's a
poor.
blue-collar town.
Yeah.
Hey, they got a good being an. I'm the only outsider here, really, that lives here.
The fights don't break out as much as you think. That's like
it's a lot of good people, a lot of nice people, but there's also
The
Flip on a
douchebags.
dime.
Well, the douchebags that fight in Hess, they're probably usually
yeah,
Stony
but there's
Creek.
shit that happens. I've seen shit like so many times more than Toronto. It's just
Hamilton's.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when I go, like, in Toronto, you expect to see more, but, like, in here, it's like you see way more.
It's,
crazy.
Hamilton's. And I don't mean to insult Toronto. It's just more real people.
Yeah.
It's just more down to earth people.
I think also that Hamilton's like. It sounds mean to say this, but Hamilton's kind of it's shit. It's shitty in the way where we all know it's shitty. It's not like it's like there's certain people like no Hamilton's the best. No, but there's a little everybody's got a little bit like it's fucking.
Who's the guy who created Hairspray? What's his name?
Lou Molinaro.
John Waters.
John
He
Waters.
loves Hamilton.
Does he?
Yeah, he says Hamilton because he's from Baltimore.
Wait,
He says,
wait, John Waters?
Yeah, he says it's just like Baltimore.
You know, pencil
filmed-
mustache guy.
Yeah, he filmed Hairspray here. He says Hamilton is just like Baltimore. He loves it. He loves Hamilton.
Dude, Baltimore's fucking. I was terrified.
Yeah,
of Baltimore.
Baltimore's a terrifying town, but he
It's
says
every-
it's just like
Hamilton's
he's from
like
Baltimore.
you know what it's like.
scary.
It's like
Yeah.
Hamilton living in his like you know that saying like someone's being put in a corner, and that's like when you're in a corner you have nothing else to do but fight. If you get put in a corner, like I have no other.
So
People in Hamilton feel like they're in a
That's
corner.
for animals, not people.
No,
Well,
yes.
I'm still talking-
He's saying Hamiltonians are rabid raccoons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like that's what I
Yeah.
think. Like we're all like that a little bit.
You-
Like,
everyone's got
especially-
their back against the wall.
It's like you're like someone's like, you want to go? It's like that's what I think. I almost think there's not as much fights because of it than you think. Because it's like you get people that live in Hamilton. I think everybody has that understands. Like you want to go, and everybody knows if I say you want to go. There's a 99.9% chance that other person's going to say, yeah, actually I do.
Can I tell that it was a Weekend Riot Club where you guys were filming the video? This was
wasn't
the
there
moment
that
I was
day.
very. You were there. This was like when they were first filming the video, and we were doing background work, and I was never used.
Okay.
And
Okay.
You were in the you did the video, the money shot, and there was a guy that was there.
Hold on. People that
They were showing
Oh,
people
yeah.
that
people
literal
didn't
money
see
shot.
that.
That's
Yeah,
what
but that's also in Manolis's world. That's the cum shot.
That's the money.
Wait.
So yeah, when you were
I was
So
doing the
yeah,
money.
remember there was a guy there that was on video on trial or something,
Oh, that video. Okay, yeah.
and he was like, he's just talking about video on trial, video and how he's on video on trial. He's from Toronto. And again, I'm not trying to slight Toronto. That's not what I'm doing. But it was just like the circles that I've been in Toronto, everyone would be like, oh, he's important. In Hamilton, they're like, oh, this guy's a douche
Yeah.
because he's got nothing to say.
Yeah, it's not about like your job defining who you are. It's about being a good dude.
It's just about being a human being, right?
Yeah, for sure. And Toronto's like one of those metropolitan cities where, like any big one, where people are all on a fucking runway every time they go outside of the house.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to impress everybody. So you got Ferraris driving down a street that they can't go more than 30 kilometers an hour on and shit like that. I know, I get the douchiness, and we attract all those people. But I think, Hamilton, I was born here, right? Like
I didn't know that.
my folks moved us out when we were like toddlers. Because my mom said, she was like, if we raised you here, you're probably either going to be a Hell's Angel or a cop, and I don't want you being either.
I can see you on either one of those ends. And you
I
moved
could
to
not see
Richmond
him as
Hill?
a cop at all.
Markham. Yeah.
Markham, where...
McCowan and 7.
Yeah, you're right near where McCowan and 7. Yeah, you're right near where I live.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, because we are... Ron is like, we're all in that, the three of us are in that area.
In Raymerville. Like
Yeah.
that sort of,
Yeah.
He grew up on the same street as me and went to Brother Andre, which you went there too, right?
I went there for a few months. Yeah, isn't it insane?
It's a crazy school, man. Like back then too, they still had the kilts and they didn't have the rules about like how short they were. So it was like, everyone's all like, don't like anti-sex and all this.
Yeah.
And the whole time, these girls were walking around like 16-year-olds with
Yeah,
fucking kilts up to their fucking clips. And all these,
dirty.
like,
Dude,
dirty
my-
old men like,
My high school,
the Lord wants it this way.
my high school had the kilts and the staircase and the main lobby, like the Spectrum area. They were exposed, so like they had like gaps between them, and you could just look up.
Yeah.
And-
Well, that's what, like,
and it
at
was
that age, girls are
fantastic.
learning that power.
Yeah.
At that age. They're learning that, oh, I have a certain power.
Oh, vaginas are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, but I can do shit to dudes.
There's actually, I
Get
know it was
shit.
Cathedral on Wentworth. Is that
Yeah.
what that is? Some of the girls would go on Main Street and they'd have like thongs on and would flip their skirt up in like traffic accidents.
They had the thong song? I'm
No,
sure.
Yeah, no, Cisco.
joking.
That thong.
Yeah, they would just like flip their skirts up and cause accidents. I remember like before they.
Yeah, that's not the girls' fault. That's fucking idiots.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well,
But
Victim blaming. You're victim blaming.
Victim blame. Yeah, Ron and I, before that, we lived on Bamberg Circle. He remembers me squirting people with the water
Your
fountain when I
jizz?
was
Oh.
drinking.
That's the best when you like put your thumb in the water
just
fountain.
squirt
Just
people.
Come on, come
Do you
get a
want to do?
drink.
No, I won't do it again.
Yeah, like, why does this guy need to even be here when I'm having a drink? It doesn't make any sense.
I need to.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You face right into it.
Well, he remembers me being a dick, even at like we were in grade 4 or 5, and I was a dick then.
A buddy
I
of
don't
mine
think I'm a
took
dick,
the.
but I was a dick then.
A friend of mine
kids are
took the
dicks
mouth plate
sometimes.
off.
Kids are dicks. I would beat the
Fuck yeah.
shit out of me if I knew me as an adult. I would beat the shit out of me. I was a shitty, snotty little piece of shit. I remember taking confirmation. Yeah, it's like when you go to grade 8, you got to take confirmation, part of the religious thing.
Catholic bar mitzvah, basically.
And the priest, and the priest is telling us
without the
about
money.
all this stuff with religion, and I yawned in the middle of his fucking speech.
Natural yawn?
Yeah, but it's so disrespectful.
It
Yeah,
is.
but you were like trying to be a dick. It was
Yeah,
just
but the
came
priest
out.
was so pissed.
Right. But it was
I wasn't trying to be
bad
a dick,
timing.
but I didn't have that fucking filter to go. This is I
Yeah,
should,
maybe-
Yeah, I shouldn't say do
confirmation
that.
was around the time I gave up on the church. Like when I
Yeah.
still believed in it all.
Yeah.
Like I believed that God hated me. I just believed that I was an evil piece of shit.
Yeah.
But He was there, and I was like, well, I think these thoughts, so I must be evil. So I might as well just enjoy this shit.
Yeah.
But what they do in a confirmation, like when you get baptized in Christianity, you have a sponsor. So you have somebody holding you. They say,
Yeah.
the priest says, do you renounce Satan and all his empty promises? Your sponsor says yes.
I
Do you do
laughed.
this? Yeah, and so during that, I remember this was my first bit of like rebellion. Like when you're in grade 8, and they're like, "Do you reject Satan and all his empty promises?" And there's like 300 kids around me, all going, "Yes," like little sheep, and I'm like, "No." I thought it was so cool, but then I went home and just repented like crazy.
I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry, God.
I burst out laughing on it, like accidentally, like because my sponsor was my cousin and his wife, and they're standing behind me, like, "Do you renounce Satan?" I just started like and just lost it. Just started laughing. Did you guys have to do pick a saint and do a speech about him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah. I
Really?
I chose Saint Otto, and my speech, because you had to do a 3-minute speech. Mine was I chose Saint Otto because I like to get black toe, because it was a Simpsons quote.
You're
It was a
older.
Simpsons quote, and I got a 3-day suspension.
I like to get blotto. I realized that I wasn't like I stopped believing in religion when I read Revelations, and there's a certain number of people that are going to be saved. I'm like, I'm not going to. It's like 1,500 or something like 100,000 or something.
Yeah, it ain't
and I'm
much.
like, I'm not in that 100,000. I know me. I'm not. There's going to be some sort of technicality.
Is this a
There's gonna be some-
lotto spot kind
yeah,
of thing?
I just had that defeatist attitude. Then I'm like, I'm not going to be in it. I might as well enjoy
I
what
also
I'm doing.
think that close to 100 billion humans
Yeah.
have lived and died on this planet.
Yeah.
So, like, the idea that...
Of 100,000 people.
It's probably
It's
full.
so good.
Like, think about how many fucking Nobel Prize winners are going to be in that. First of all, I'm already out. Like, all the people that are way better than me, I'm already out of that.
yeah.
I'm out of that.
Even, like, some benevolent homeless guys would get in before me. I like fucking...
yeah, exactly. Well, that
Oh, the ones that yell religious stuff when they're walking down the street, like
Yeah, they were right. The end was coming soon.
that show Leftovers. That show The Leftovers where they do the rapture. It's like anyone. Like, there's fucking pedophiles going up and shit. Thank you. I needed that.
That was
I wanted
a
to
rapture.
emphasize
that. Actually,
point.
the mic picked that up.
What was that? How did that go up?
The chair.
They have
The holes in the chair.
You're like, wait, you should be with the Blue Man Group. You should be in Vegas right now. What are you doing here?
joint
You and
stomp.
Danny Gans. Does anybody know Danny Gans?
I have no idea.
He's
what that
fucking
is.
huge in Vegas.
I went to high school with him.
And now he's huge in Vegas. He's like a comedian, and he's huge in Vegas. You go to Vegas, there's performers that you've never heard of making millions and millions of dollars in Vegas. And only
That's-
Vegas knows them.
Is he
Yeah.
shit?
No, it's Danny.
never-
He's Danny Gans, man.
It's like a cruise ship comic.
That's Danny Gans.
That's
what he
how
does.
he always
Good old
was.
Danny
He was-
Gans.
He was always like that in
Good old
high
Gans.
school.
In high school, he was always just doing
Did you guys
shows
go
in
to-
Vegas.
Everybody, it was the students thing. Everybody was coming to see him at school.
Remember Mace used to do magic?
Your
Did
eyes
you do
deceive
Magic
you.
Mace?
Yeah, his name was
Magic Mace.
Magic Mace.
No, it wasn't.
Look,
Is that?
look,
Oh my
that's his
god! I got a picture of
That's-
it. I thought that was you being funny. There's a headshot on the wall.
No,
of
he was
serious.
him holding a deck of cards
That's him being
That's
literal.
his real magician headshot.
with a Joker and a look in his eyes like he hasn't seen a pussy ever.
I should.
But now,
He looks like
My
that
duvet
now.
and the black eyed peas. That's all I need.
Tonight's gonna be a good night.
I love the fedora look. Nothing's like a fedora. Nothing makes you more fedora.
A plaid,
That's
a
so
plaid
I
fedora.
also have the transition sunglasses on that are halfway through.
You're like, let me just look over these.
That
Mace-
was honest. That was a genuine headshot.
Can
Did they
tell-
make Screech from Saved by the Bell on that photo?
She'd make that picture disappear.
Mace
Guy
can-
does stand up, doesn't he? Dustin Diamond?
Yeah,
Yes,
he,
he does.
he
Yeah.
works yucks all the time. Oh, you don't work yucks anymore, right?
No, I left like a year ago.
Yeah.
It's been fun. Like I was talking about it today, but I make more money, but I have less shows.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
So it's hard to reconcile. one
Yeah,
or the
but
other.
it is you work, you make more money, but you're not doing as many.
Yeah.
Not in Canada, anyway. Yeah.
But I mean, the shows I do are like bigger, more fun, and like I'm not worried about.
And even
like,
the smaller ones are good. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, just having fun doing the shows I want to do and being on shows with the people I want to be on. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I grew up in those clubs, so like I fucking really like playing them. But it's one of those things. You just gotta move on eventually. You've been a long time.
I went back and then I left again.
Yeah.
But I think we need a yucks.
Yeah.
I think the scarier one is Absolute than yucks. Because at least Breslin likes comedy and likes comedians.
What's scary about Absolute?
Absolute is it's burning bridges. It's just
another stroke.
it's a guy that wants to remodel the world in his image. It's Hitler. It's Hitler.
I think that'll burn any bridge.
No, I think that's okay.
I think you
I'm
take-
comparing him to someone famous. Yeah. No, it's just
Hitler
President
was
released-
huge.
He
Yeah,
had
Hitler, he did good.
He
Yes.
was also good
Oh,
at marketing.
if he
Get
had
back to the
Twitter
VW.
now, you know how many followers he would have?
He still
He does have Twitter.
Hitler Twitter.
Oh yeah.
There's a Hitler account.
Hitler.
There is one.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Is it good?
I think it's funny.
I think they call it Twitler.
It's not serious.
That's obviously.
It's not the real Hitler. It's not him from the grave.
It's just him in Brazil somewhere, fucking tweeting out.
Wouldn't that be great if he was alive?
Did you guys ever see that? There's like a Vice doc where they found all the descendants of the Germans who ran after the Nuremberg trials into Brazil.
Shit.
I
So
have
there's
not
like
seen
a
that.
fucking little town in Brazil where these guys, they sound like Brazilians, they sound like Anderson de Spider Silva, but they're blonde-haired and blue-eyed Aryans.
That's
So
interesting because
they
in
sound-
the not last X-Men movie, but the one before,
Yeah.
Magneto goes to Brazil to find all those motherfuckers that ran South America.
What was the movie? It was called The Boys of Brazil or something like that? About those
Have you
fuckers?
seen Donkey Boys? Sorry, I'm
Birdcage.
drunk.
It was Hank Azaria
Good.
that you're talking about.
Have you seen Donkey Boys?
Hank Azaria.
It's this town in
He's-
South America
did a
where
good-
guys have
Have
sex
donkeys?
with
Yeah.
donkeys. They
I'm
like
the new
fucking. They
repeater.
love. They're in love with these donkeys.
Oh,
Zoo? Is the movie Zoo?
No, Donkey Boys.
Oh, that's okay. So there's
The-
Donkey one. There's
the
a
Vice-
horse one.
the
yeah,
Vice
it's
one.
a Vice documentary. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! That interview is so weird. Like,
I haven't seen it. I just saw clips of it.
Okay, there's another one I just saw the teaser for that Vice put out called Animal Fuckers. That's okay in Denmark.
Damn.
In Denmark,
What's it about?
It's
it's about Mace's magic career.
Yeah, exactly. It's about a
Sorry.
confused magician, a confused virgin magician, who becomes a comedian and gets his dick wet. What the fuck was I talking about?
Animal fuckers.
Oh yeah, Animal Fuckers. So it's a minute and a half teaser that I guess the whole thing's coming out soon. But in Denmark, there are no laws against bestiality. So like you can go there. So
About
all these
time.
tourists go there to fuck animals. And this guy's explaining, he's like, well,
Why,
yes,
though?
he's going through the species. He's like, well, I find female dogs attractive. I find female humans sort of attractive. I'm asexual towards rats. And he's going, I swear, that's verbatim. I'm asexual towards rats, and I'm sort of attracted to male donkeys. And you're like, well, yeah.
Here's the thing, right? I can
about-
understand if you're in a situation where you're like a desert island and you fuck an animal. I get that. But you're traveling all the way to Denmark. You're making plans. You're
You're
booking
booking
shit.
off 2 weeks of
Thank
vacation.
you. To go fuck animals?
Yeah, you call
That's
Bell
not
Mobility.
right.
You're saving-
like,
you're
hey,
saving
I'm not gonna be
money.
in for 2
What
weeks.
does the animal want?
Yeah.
Maybe they like him.
And
maybe
here's
they
the
don't.
thing. Here's the thing. How about not tell anybody?
Yeah. How about not be on a documentary?
How about just go?
The donkey fucking one.
Yeah.
The guy that like they talk to the most in it, he's like, yeah, well, you can tell. Like most of the boys learn how to fuck women by fucking donkeys first.
That's
And-
that's not an excuse.
Yeah, no. And then he's like, but you can
never an
tell.
excuse.
No.
And apparently the donkeys.
You can learn how
want
to
it.
fuck women by fucking women.
They have like they're like they have like a
It's
mating
kind of-
call thing
That's
where
victim blaming.
their
the other way
vagina
around?
puckers. They're like, oh, you can tell when their vagina's pucker that they want it. I'm like, Jesus
No.
Christ! And then he goes behind a bush and. They did it that
Fucks
way.
a donkey.
Yeah,
Go on.
yeah, you can see the donkey just going like.
The short of this whole story is
and
you
he
watched
like
a bunch of
thumbs
animals.
up to the camera. It's fucking awesome. You got to watch the documentary.
Imagine like fucking a woman to
video.
get ready for a donkey.
God, it's some of them to be good practice.
The female in Hamilton, she'll let you know when she wants to fuck by smoking Belmont cigarettes, and then you will work your way into
I heard
fucking
that
donkeys.
they're in love with the donkeys.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
the issue. And some of them, okay, like in the movie Zoo, where it's horse fuckers
Yeah.
in Seattle, the horses are fucking them. So they get the horses to like get on top of them, and they feed it into their asses. And a guy died.
Yeah, we talked
the
about
video?
that.
Oh, did you
The-
talk about this already? Yeah, he died.
died.
His
He got
insides
the
got
dick
pulverized.
inside of him.
But
Good
the way
for
that
him.
they talk about it is like, yeah, like you say, like they're fucking in love with them, and you're like, this
Yeah.
animal has no idea you're in love with it. He has
Yeah.
no idea.
It's just an animal.
Yeah, he knows
Yeah.
you're fucking it, but he doesn't know about this romance shit.
Do animals even know what love is? Did I say
Right?
that right?
Is that a Tina
That's a
Turner song?
I'm drunk.
What's love got to do?
What's love? Do they even know?
Do they even know what?
Because like animals, like
Do they
love
know
is,
it's a separate hand emotion?
Because love, like, here's what our idea of love. It's your first month of relationship where your pheromones and hormones are like way off the charts.
What's going on? Are you guys leaving?
What's happening?
Yeah, but Brian's going
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
go.
with
Is
you
that
guys.
cool? Do you have to
Do
go
you got
now?
a minute?
Can we
Hang
get
on.
all this stuff?
Can we wrap it up?
We don't have
No,
to.
wait. We have to talk
Dude, we
about
didn't-
Patrick. He or that guy that tweeted us.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. We
didn't answer.
Oh yeah, we didn't answer him.
Oh wow.
No,
we
let's
got,
do it this
No,
one.
let's right now.
You guys
Let's take it 2 minutes.
You guys take it. You guys go. We'll
Go.
We'll like, 'cause
No.
we're only 6:45.
Yeah.
Do you mind? I say keep going. Can you edit this all out?
What for?
No.
We didn't edit the part out where we talked about my job at Bell before I
Okay,
quit.
sorry. I didn't know this was
And then the cocaine thing.
So let's ask.
Sure.
What was the question again?
Okay, the
It was,
question is
From who?
It's from Patrick.
Coppolino?
What's
No.
his
No,
Twitter
what-
handle?
His Twitter handle is Ghost Director.
Oh yeah, he's tweeted us before. Smart and unhappy or dumb and happy?
Which would you prefer? Is that
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have a choice.
Like if you had to live your life.
We don't have a choice. We're always going to be smart and unhappy.
I'm
That's
dumb and
comics.
unhappy. Can I just have the opposite of that for once?
Wow.
So you wanna be
You're the
smart
worst
and
of both
Unhappy,
worlds.
dumb,
Yeah.
happy. Is that what he said?
We're comics. If
I'd
we're
rather
comedians,
be smart and unhappy.
we're comedians though.
I'd
We
rather
don't
be
have a
smart and
choice.
unhappy.
Hemingway said, "Hi." He said that smart. He said happy, smart people are the rarest people on earth. Yeah, you couldn't find them. I think it's just when you have more insight to what's going on in the world, then you are privy to a lot of the sad things that happen in the world because it's a weird place. But then, to be ignorant is stupid, though.
Is it smart though to see how the world is fucked up, or is it just having I don't know?
Yeah, can you change anything? I guess the thing is, it not better to just go through it happy and enjoy your own existence, right? That's the argument.
guess
but
so.
I never could, man. I could never take the fucking red pill or whichever one doesn't take. You know what I mean?
Blue
Well,
pill.
yeah.
Blue pill.
But it's just like
Yeah.
if you have the option to know about something versus
Yeah.
not know about it, our brains make you want to know about
Yeah.
it. So I don't know.
Analyze it.
Yeah,
Break it apart.
it's good
See
to be
why-
a human.
Patrick's, I believe his sister is getting married today in Hamilton.
Don't do it.
He's from Ireland. Is it Ireland? Yeah, Ireland.
His sister shouldn't do it.
Nobody should do it anymore.
I got married.
Well, how old were you when you got married?
It took me a long time. It took my car dealer to convince me to marry. He's like, it wasn't like he's like.
The undercoating,
Yeah,
and I'll
get this
throw it in
piece
again.
on.
Right. I'll give you some floor mats. Marry your wife. He said you should get off the pot because at this point you got to move forward. And it was like, you know what? I really love this woman. And because really it's like it's dealing with what you hate about the person. And if you can deal with what you hate about the person, because it's easy to love someone. It's easy to be in love with what's great about a human being.
Yeah.
It's hard to deal with what you don't like. And if you can deal with someone what they don't like, then that's someone you should be with. And the day we got married, it was like, oh, this person's got my back. This is my family. This is it.
Please refer to her as dat pussy.
That pussy was like
That puss. That sweet puss.
She would kill me.
It's such a fucking. To me, it's like I just don't understand the contracts and all that kind of stuff and everything.
We didn't
but
either.
I get like the man just wanting some kind of proof that like here, like I'm with you kind of thing.
We didn't either. And the idea of spending all that money and everything, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
It was more. I don't know. It was just like let's
down
do
that
this.
puss.
It's like an affirmation of what you've been doing.
For me, it was more for her.
Yeah.
And then it was like once we did it, because I was like, yeah, we'll do this, we'll do that, do whatever. Just don't want to spend a lot of money because it's pointless. It's pointless getting in debt over a day.
Yeah.
And then we did it. Like I remember doing it and going, oh, this is my family.
Yeah.
And it was like that was the feeling I had. It was like this is it. Like my dad has my mother, and that's their family. This is my family.
Yeah.
It's a different fucking family.
So that's what my chick. She wants to get married soon, and I'm like, I don't even believe in the institution of it anymore. But at the same time, I'm like, she's gonna take off eventually if I don't do it. You know what I mean? But I don't want to have a gun to my head like that. You know?
I know. I see what you're saying. But if you have, I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying if you have someone that's like.
Yeah.
Patrick got married. Look at things worked out for him.
It is a storybook. Storybook wedding. Storybook.
Fairy
life.
tale.
Yeah, fairy tale.
6 months, man. That's some crazy shit. That
Yeah,
girl,
that's exactly what I would say. Crazy shit.
fucking A, man.
Yeah.
You should get married.
I don't
If
know,
you want
man. I just don't understand it. Like I think, like you ever hear that Stanhope
Did you want
bit
more
where
of
he's
this? I'm gonna
like,
finish this. All right.
Stanhope's like, you never love somebody. You're like, baby, I love you so much. We got to get the government involved in this or something.
I just got into
That's
Stanhope
genius.
recently.
It's great.
I just started watching. I watched Pool Hall.
Butch.
Yeah, and I started getting into. He doesn't have sex with his wife or girlfriend, whatever she is. It's like what an interesting person, but what a fucking scary person too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living out in like Bisbee, Arizona, like right by the border, all by himself.
He's got a pretty cool looking house though.
It's
his like cover for the podcast.
He's a scary kind of dude to me.
Yeah, he's
Who is?
the furthest cringe kind of dude. Yeah.
Stanhope.
Doug Stanhope.
Because he's so solid in his beliefs and his morals.
He likes Mace for some reason.
Mace is
an
Batman.
He's a good dude.
He's amazing to me because his demeanor and his views. I'm surprised like he hasn't had to deal with a lot of fist. He seems like he'd have to deal with fist fights sooner or later.
Yeah.
You know?
He's not that big of a dude in real life.
No.
Right? He's sort of like
Yeah, but if you watch his stand-up, like even if he has a view that's it's not really. He's very liberal, but not like left-wing, and a lot of his views, when you listen to it, it's logical. You can't get mad at a logical person.
I met him one time.
Yeah. Christians do that all the time.
And I was
but those people are gonna be mad no matter what.
My only thing I could think to say, because I wanted to say something to him, I said, "Oh, hey, dude, my name's Manolis. We have a mutual friend." I go, Rick Shapiro, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, Rick. And he just from that moment, he just tells me a 10-minute story about him and Rick.
Yeah.
That I can tell that he doesn't do on stage. It's not a stage story. And it was the fucking funniest thing I ever heard.
He seems like a guy that loves his fans. He likes being around his people.
He just has a thought, and he can just make it. Like you could watch him do something for the first time, and you're going, "Oh, he's done this 1,000 times. This bit." And you're like, "Oh, that was the first time he just did it."
I met him at Yucks. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I met Patrice O'Neill. I met Pat Oswalt. Didn't know who he was, but I met him. Didn't know he was headlining Yucks, chasing people out every night.
I mean, you're saying that. Was it you that was saying that? Like, you're surprised he doesn't get
Thanks
punched
for
more?
interrupting.
Or he'll have to deal with. I don't know if he's that like opinionated off stage, but yeah, like I mean, like to the extent of getting into it that much. You know deal with the right kind of asshole that's in front of you. Like you have one of those views, and he's like, "Will you fucking sit?" You know?
Yeah, but he's surrounded by his people.
I'm sure he has had
necessarily got
He's not
an
playing
entourage.
comedy clubs. He's playing his rooms.
Yeah, he does,
I'm
like
not talking
bars
about
now. It's pretty cool the way he's done it. He's like basically renting out like sweet bars for a weekend and then just doing them there.
He's got his people coming to see him.
Yeah, I know. I'm not
100%
talking about
of the
that. I'm
fucking
talking
door.
about just being the general public and just being at a bar.
He seems like he doesn't deal with the general public that often.
See, but that's like when I was, that's the thing. Like when I was at a show that he did, and everybody was looking around for him and stuff. And then I go back for a smoke, and he's out back, like before the show, just with a ton of people fucking hanging out and shit. And it seems like a genuine dude. It's just like some people are just in love with the lifestyle of being a comedian. I feel the same way, where it's like what we aspire to sometimes is just like being some road dude who gets mangled all the time and speaks truth to rooms full of fucking drunk people. It's like, I like that too. And he's one of those guys who's just completely in his element in those situations, you know. And he's got his own fan base too, which.
But I don't know. I think that's right. The way he does it is like just go out and find your fucking people.
That's right.
Don't play for everybody. Play for who you that want to hear what you're saying.
Yeah, and his is so niche-y. I mean, it is like it's super hardcore. You know, there's not everybody. The vast majority of people, if you put in an audience of Doug Stanhope, probably wouldn't like it. But then there's that like small amount, like that 10% that'll follow him into.
Yeah, but that's what every like you're looking at Much Music. You look at everything is like they're realizing that I got to become niche. Everyone's falling apart. That's not niche. Yeah. It's like I got to get niche. Everyone's
totally
getting niche.
agree with you. Yeah. Especially in the comedy world, man. It's just becoming so like. I mean, things like Bo Burnham. You know, like dude, like playing fucking piano with these pussy fucking songs over it. Like, you imagine that next to a fucking Pryor or Carlin or something like that. Yeah, it's just sort of. Mace, do you like Bo?
No, I don't know.
It's okay if you do. Don't ever feel bad about liking.
I wasn't a fan of Bo.
I don't
know
what it is. I like Iris. I think he's very smart, but I'm not that into it. I tried watching the What special, and it was
like watching a kid do a music project of fucking TV. You know,
with
what I mean?
an attitude
a
problem.
funny, interesting kid, but not. But it didn't compare to good stand-up comedy to me.
It reminded me like he was trying to impress the girls in the room. And I'm not saying but it was just like, look how cute I am.
I
don't like
my
that
Getting Laid set is every set.
I thought
Don't
that.
like
I
that
thought
shit.
that at first, but I think he's now playing that as his fake characters. Like, oh yeah, like this. Oh, I'm playing this song because want girls to fuck me, but like I think he might be mocking it a little bit.
You fucking piano and you fucking stand up, you fucking
And
queer
you're
fuck.
pretty, and you got
You know,
The
I
only-
think it just wasn't
the only
really
joke that I
stand-up.
liked-
It's one of those. It's like I watched it and I want to hate him. Like I don't really particularly like that brand of stand-up, but you could see that he had a lot of like he was dynamic enough where he could take it any direction. I felt like,
Especially up the ass.
yeah.
Anyway, no, I agree with you, man. Like, you can't shit on the guy's ability. I mean, like, his writing ability is pretty amazing. And for how old he is, it's amazing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
And
we
he's
had,
not
like,
a YouTube. He's not Rob
Yeah, he
Delaney.
was.
Is that his name? What's
Rob
the guy?
Delaney.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
I
like
heard that guy's stand-up sucked. I haven't seen it. But he's
Twitter,
like a
his
Twitter
Twitter
monster.
fucking fame. Twitter fame.
Have you watched
His-
it? It's on. There's a special on
It's
Netflix.
not very good.
I couldn't get through 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that
he
bad?
bombed
Yeah.
on Conan.
It's really. Yeah, and it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's Twitter famous.
They
I
aired
tr-
it.
Yeah, I
What's
tried
that?
to
He
like
bombed
it.
on Conan and
I
they
don't-
aired it.
I think
I don't know if they aired it. He
it.
put it up.
Yeah, they aired it.
No,
I'm sure they
no.
aired it.
It went up on the website, and then it was so hard to find a video of it, like literally a day after it happened.
Yeah.
But there are some.
I don't know
floating around.
either of these guys who they are.
Yeah.
They didn't punch it up with a,
they're not-
like a
they're
fake
not-
laugh
There's some
track.
stand-up,
great
but,
stand-ups
you know.
coming up, man.
Yeah.
There's some great stand-ups coming up. New guys coming up. There's some great guys.
You know, like
And
me
there's a few shit
Bass,
ones, but there's some great
Jordan.
guys.
Yeah.
Tom Segura is one of my favorites. I love
Seager's
watching that guy.
fucking awesome,
I
man.
love watching that guy.
That fucking dude, I did a weekend with him at the Underground, and he was
Yeah.
like, you know, a lot of those LA guys, like you've been there, like a lot of them are, you know who the fuck I am kind of dudes.
Yeah.
And this guy came in, you would have thought he did something wrong to you,
Yeah.
that he was trying to make you feel better about. You know, he's like, hey man, are you doing
But
okay?
Todd Glass
Like,
was like that. Maria
Yeah.
Bamford was like that. Reggie Watts was like
the
that.
ones that get to that level,
Yeah.
I feel like you got to be like that because you
Yeah.
don't meet a lot of those cunts at that level. You know?
You're a guy that you open for. What's his name?
Bo Burnham.
No, Doug Stanhope. Doug Stanhope was like that. They were just really down to earth, really nice people.
Yeah, I would
Mitch
say.
Hedberg was like that.
When I
Yeah,
went
Yeah.
Mitch
to-
was nice. I met him. He was nice. Doug
He was
nice.
a really nice guy.
Mitch was like a heroin guy though, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was nice.
I have an
He was a nice
autographed
guy.
copy of his first CD, and I can't
Get the
find it.
What do you have?
I have an autographed copy of Mitch Altogether.
I have his for
You
I have
asshole.
his CD
How do
he
you
gave me,
fuck-
but I don't have it
Yeah.
autographed.
Yeah, I have
But
it.
I have
and
it.
I
Did
can't
he
find
he
it.
played Yucks and stuff? Or was it
Yeah, he played Yucks. Mark got him.
Wow.
Before he,
Mark
before he
was smart with that shit, man. Brought in Patton Oswalt, brought in him.
Okay,
brought in
I think these guys got to go. So should we just wrap it up?
We got an hour and a half. We might as well just wrap it.
Wrap it up.
Do you
Hey,
want to do
kid-
comedy dates? You guys want to do your dates?
Ah, fuck. We were supposed to do it at the beginning this time.
You can always edit it.
Okay.
Does someone have comedy dates or something?
Well, we have.
Yeah,
like,
that's
our
what we
regular
do,
shows.
man. Advertise your shows.
Monday, Kaylee has at 9. You have anything?
Yeah, in Toronto every Wednesday at 9 p.m. I'm at Vapor Central, the world's largest marijuana-friendly vapor lounge at 667 Yonge Street. And I check vaporcentral.ca. Also, comedyrecords.ca. I'm associated with that business.
If you want to book them.
Check out brazzers.com because there's a lot of good porn on there.
Noel's got a sweatshirt from there.
Yeah.
We really need
I
to get
would
them
like
as a sponsor.
to tell everybody that's listening to check out Brian O'Gorman stand up on YouTube.
Yep.
Can you spell your name?
Yeah, BRYANO''GORMAN. You get my Twitter handle is @BOGComedy. That's probably
So
easier.
he's one of my favorite comics to watch. I love watching him live or stand up. Please,
Yeah.
like on YouTube, but please check him out. Just check him out on YouTube. That's
thanks,
all I
dude.
wanted to say.
Do you guys have time for me to read some dates or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
read some guys.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just put it at the top. So
Okay, so on the 13th, I'll be in Brantford with this asshole, Mayce Galoni.
Ah, yeah.
And then on the 20th, I'll be in Brantford doing the Brantford Comedy Fest, I think. That's and then Fredericton, September 27th. Charlottetown, September 28th. Sackville, September 29th. Halifax, September 30th. Truro, October 2nd. New Glasgow, October 3rd. And I forget how to pronounce this, but October 1st, that place that I can't pronounce. And then I'm taping my CD on the 10th of October. And then you and I are in Subrave for the 17th, 18th of October.
Well, not me.
It'll
Mace
be on the-
Magic will
Mace
be.
Magic will be there.
it'll be on the website. Just in case you didn't catch all of them. But
Awesome.
We'll put on the
That's a
website.
crazy East Coast tour. You're gonna be hungover as fuck.
Yeah, it's
when
gonna
you
be
get back
fun.
from that.
I'm trying to do everything just day. Like I got more dates coming in, but
Are they
just,
like theaters or clubs or what's the deal?
bars, theaters,
Nice.
whatever. Like, but smaller venues, nothing huge.
Yeah, fuck it, man. Take
Yeah.
it away. Yeah,
All right.
love the East Coast.
Cool. Is that it? Yep.
That's what I got.
All right. See ya.
Bye, guys.